Alright, so it was back in June when I would figure out that you can actually skip Yuan Shu's appearance on this map, and I've been practicing this one like 9 months since then, so I've been able to really just continue to lower and lower the time. This one I actually did on accident, partially on accident I guess you could say, because I wasn't running it individually. I was running Zhou Yu's Musou mode, and I broke the individual record while running the Musou mode, so it worked out for me when doing that. This mission is pretty difficult to pull off. There's a lot going on that you really need to pay attention to. The first thing that you're going to want to get down when attempting this is just the way you hit all the enemy officers on the horse. The horse, you can like ram the officer, it kind of throws them up into the air a little bit, and then you can also hit them while doing that. And so this is a really good way to just take out officers on easy mode, especially in the eliminate all scenarios. And most of the time you can actually do this without losing momentum. Sometimes I just double check and I stop for maybe half a second just to make sure that the officer is dead. Sometimes I don't know if they are or not because you're just moving so fast. But you can actually do it and just take them out like that. A lot of times I do take them out like that and I just keep moving. You won't even have to stop your momentum. I start by taking out the first officer in the castle that's like right next to where Zhou Yu spawns at. And then I move south and then west and then take out all the officers on my way there. As you notice though, there's going to be a number of officers remaining on the eastern side of the map. But that's okay because the plan is to let your allies to take them out. So the whole idea of this is that Yuan Shu will begin to travel to the map once a certain amount of enemy officers are defeated. So the trick is to leave a few on the eastern side, because if you took those officers out too quickly, you wouldn't have enough room in the end to actually skip Yuan Shu's appearance. And this is only because there's a window that Yuan Shu says he's like traveling to the map, but he doesn't spawn in yet. So that's the window that you actually defeat the mission in. And so I believe the last officer that I take out before that begins that window of time is the officer outside of the first gate that I take out on the western side. Once he's taken out, Yuan Shu is going to begin to arrive. The timer is going to begin ticking for when he's going to show up. So after that point, within that window is when usually the allies in the east take out their officers, and that's also the same period of time you're going to be finishing up all the officers on the western side of the map. So if everything works out correctly and your allies also take out the enemies in time, Yuan Shu will be completely avoided and you'll be able to take out or defeat this mission in less than 2 minutes. You'll also have to use special abilities to make the most of your time here. I utilize all my specials to maximize like gate hits. So I activate the first one to take out the first gate, and then while in that special I also take out a second gate to the main camp next to where Taisha Sa is at. This is just so I can break the gates as easy as possible. They are some of the longest. They take some of the most time when it comes to speedrunning this game. So one of the best ways you can really improve times is by using specials to just completely lower the time of taking out those gates. This is also what I do for the second gate. Taisha Sa has a number of bannermen standing near him, and so most of the time if you take them out, they're going to drop a special or a tome, and so you want to take that and then use that, and that tome should carry you to the end of the mission. So you take out the commander, and once you move south to the other castle that's in the west, where the last enemy officer is at, you should also be able to take out that gate with no issue as well. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. It can be very difficult to pull off because there's just a lot of RNG. You know, sometimes the bannerman next to Taisha Sa won't even drop a special ability. So if that happens, you're just pretty much completely screwed on getting the record. Also, you know, if your allies don't take out the officers in the east, Yuan Shu is going to show up anyway, because even if you take out all of your people in the west, you know, there's still going to be enemy officers like lurking, you know, in the east, so they're still going to be there. The mission will end and Yuan Shu shows up and you can't get the time you want. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the, you know, best way you could really take out this map in the quickest amount of time. I don't really see a different strategy happening. However, you know, you never really know with speedruns, so there could be a better way to do it, but it's one of my favorite runs in the game to actually complete just because of how technical it is. And I just love this map to begin with. But as always, thank you for watching, and I appreciate the support.